Over 350,000 unemployment debit cards were frozen due to a bunch of fraud, and there are so many attempts, so many of people trying to steal folks' unemployment. I thought maybe I should make a video about this, especially since I'm researching this stuff all the time. So there's multiple ways that criminals are making off with people's unemployment. I'm here in California, so most of what I'm saying is California based. First, people are using duplicate debit cards and buying pins on the dark web to remove money from Bank of America ATMs. And this is happening all over the state. These cards have a magnetic strip and not the chip technology that other Bank of America cards have and other banks in the freaking world have. So these cards are not encrypted and are easy to duplicate. They're stealing your info from the POS system for major merchant accounts, online shopping, places like that. Once your card is on the system, it is easy for criminals that know what they're doing to access it over and over again. Anyone that has ordered with their EDD card should check for unauthorized charges. So here's some advice to keep your unemployment money safe from thieves.
First, let me warn you, there's no foolproof way to prevent your money from being stolen from your Bank of America prepaid account. I found some people whose money was taken and they never ever used their debit card. So it's highly possible that these hackers are able to get into EDD and get debit card info there or in the Bank of America prepaid accounts network. The network is over 10 plus years old. It's the same technology they've been using. So if you can imagine, there's tons of people that can get into it. At any rate, there's no real way to keep your money safe while it's sitting in Bank of America's prepaid bank account. Okay? So follow these steps that I'm going to share with you so you can at least try to prevent someone from taking your money. And remember, you're not a member of Bank of America, so they really don't have your best interest at heart. If you transfer the money to your bank and something happens, you're more likely to be able to win the claims process and get all your money back. As far as Bank of America is concerned, they have so many issues. They're probably more apt to blame it on the victims than to publicly announce that their faulty system and their old magnetic cards and their depreciated technology is really their fault and not yours.
Do not buy anything on public computers or unprotected networks. If you don't know, don't buy. Don't let your unemployment money sit in the bank account. That's a huge no-no. Do not use your unemployment card for purchases online, gas stations, third-party ATMs, or food delivery services. Create a bank account. Do not use a fintech bank. Be able to walk into this bank. Connect your bank account to your unemployment bank account and transfer money into your account as soon as you receive your money. You can do an automatic transfer every single time there's a deposit or do it manually, but just put that money into a trusted bank account. Check your accounts at least once a week. You can also do this like when you're certifying just to make sure there's something's coming in and nothing's going out.
Another thing that I urge you to do is to download the Bank of America prepaid app. Here you can create a login separate from the one that you created online. You'll be able to add your prepaid card, which is your debit card, and manage a lot of things here that you would and wouldn't be able to do on the website. So you're going to be able to see your balance. You're going to be able to make one-time transfers. The best part of having a prepaid app is that you're able to disable transactions, online transactions, international transactions, ATM ones. Now, they do have a special note here. They say that there's some transactions they can't disable, and they point you to the terms. I looked at the terms and I couldn't find anything there, but I figured that being able to disable the transactions and set a limit to not exceed a certain amount, I said $25 here, you can better protect yourself. In addition, you can temporarily suspend the card usage if you feel like you're not going to use the card anymore. If you're just going to use this as a deposit account and transfer money out, I would suggest suspending it so that they can't take money out. I don't know how they're able to transfer money from account to account. I think these controls may help out in preventing fraud.
Set up your fraud alerts. Set all of them up just so you know what's going on. If you should have an issue where someone has stolen your money, I want you to remain calm. Your Bank of America account or other government issue account is protected by the FDIC. You're going to call the bank and dispute the charges, and they're going to have you file a claim. I want you to know right now, wait times are crazy. Hours long. call in the morning and be willing to sit there. And if you get hung up on, because you might, you still need to call back and do it over and over and over again. For some people, it's been days before they can get someone on the phone. But it's your money, and that's the only way you'll be able to rectify it. You won't be able to rectify it by going into the branch. You have to go to their fraud department, and it's a nightmare getting through. One thing I would suggest too, if you can never, ever, ever get someone on the phone and you put in the effort, I would file a claim with the Federal Trade Commission, and they will send that complaint to someone in Bank of America, and they will contact you and ask you what your issues are. They might be able to route you through the process faster, but for people I told to do this, this did help. That person from Bank of America contacted them immediately because they are so inundated right now. Your wait time is going to be at least 2 hours. Something happens, will ring, and then the call will drop. And then you have to start the process all over again. Everyone's waiting. It's just ridiculous. But the FTC is also supposed to help people who have been victimized in ways and they are not able to rectify it. And that might be a way to force Bank of America to find a way to offer more support. The unemployment cards are the same card that was issued years ago when they went from paper to debit card. The government actually pays Bank of America to do this. Like, it's a government contract. So they have the money and the means to create chip technology. Every other card that I have has a chip in it, but at any rate, it's really easy for people to duplicate these cards because the magnetic strip technology is over 30 years old. If this has happened to you right now and you are going through it, just know that you have to be diligent in getting through on the other side. If you haven't had any bouts with this, then I would suggest following my instructions, because at some point this is going to trickle down to you. If you've used your card on DoorDash, for instance, you really need to pay attention because DoorDash is notorious for people getting into their system and using other people's cards to pay for DoorDash food. It happens every once in a while with Uber Eats, but a lot with DoorDash. And they come in here, there, sometimes 2 at a time. And when you go through the claim process, they'll ask you all these questions. You have to say that you'll be willing to assist in the investigation, which you will, because they want to make sure that it's not you or someone in your household. So it's the same claim process that it would be in any normal case. They will offer a temporary credit. They're going to do their investigation, and then you will receive the outcome by mail. If you have any questions, let me know. I will try my best to answer them. And please follow my instructions because stuff is getting crazy, and I really do feel like we're going to see a lot more of this happening in the near future.